Right, I got a question for you. Do your pet claims look like this? Do you want them to look a bit more like this? Or even this? We're going to be talking about the exact fusion process that a pet goes through when you jam two pets together and tell them to get their freak on. She's horrified, you're horrified, let's do this. We want to talk about the exact fusion process. So, step by step, what happens when you stick two pets together or more? What does the game do?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. Simple. Tier, you get new skills, you keep or remove old skills, new skills get ranked, and then your pet type is decided.
And that's
it.
Let's talk about tiering up pets. The best approach for getting pets to tier up is two pets.
Mm-hmm. There's a few handy charts
that
are going around that give you, basically, if you add these two tiers together, what are you likely to get based on your TT?
Yeah. Now, the thing about those charts, you might be looking at those charts going, well, hang on. I do 1+1 and it fails all the time, and I do 1+2 and it fails all the time, and I do 1+4 and it fails all the time. These charts are bullshit. Actually, what these charts are telling you is which fusion has the best chance of succeeding for your given TT, and what is most efficient. Where it tells you that 1+4 is your best fusion, that's because trying to make a 3 uses 3 pets, you have a better chance of having 1+4 succeed using less pets.
But, yeah, this is a chance. There is no guarantee that your tier up will work.
Really, really important!
That is the key takeaway. There is no guarantee. Yeah.
But that is the first thing that gets calculated. That's really important because when you're looking at the next section, which is what happens with your skills, all of those calculations depend on the tier of your pet.
Exactly. So skills we're actually breaking up into 2 parts.
Because it happens in 2 parts, sequentially.
Yes, so they're both skills, but they are 2 separate... You're being weird.
Sorry.
No, you're not. They happen in 2 different stages. So first of all, we look at what new skills you're going to get. So this is where you're going to pop your happy, fast, clever, lucky, time traveler, epic, digger. I think I got them all in there.
I'll find out when I do the edit.
Sometimes you can pop none, some of them you'll pop 1, and if you're really lucky or unlucky...
If your name is Rabbit Thing, yes, I'm still looking at you cranky over that, digger, lucky, time traveler, epic, off of a 1+1...
Yeah.
Anyway, that can happen. Now, any skill that you pop is an automatic keep.
Yes.
But what it does, and the way the calculation works, is it drops all your skills out into a list. Any new skill that gets added bumps any skill that would otherwise be below it in the list down the list. So if you went and fused 2 pets that had F rank epic together, assuming that they'll be fine because you've got 2 F rank epics, and then it proceeds to pop happy and clever, then what happens is your epic gets dropped down to the 3rd rank in the list, and that means that your epic is suddenly vulnerable because it's only worth 4 when it needed to be 8.
Bye-bye, epic.
So we've had, what tier is the final pet? New skills get added, keeping skills, which leaves us with...
ranks of skills. So the ranking of skills is something you're going to talk about because it is the one thing that we haven't talked about enough for me to actually be able to talk about it.
So, the score for calculating the rank is the average of the 2 scores. So if you've got SS plus and D, for instance, it's the average of, what's that, 9 and 3? Oh, it's hurting my head.
So that
I think
would
that's 5?
12 divided by 2 would be 6.
6. Minus 1 or 2. Anyway, and that leaves the last thing on the list here.
Pet type. Now, pet type is, when you're doing your 2 pet fusions, is pretty random. The way to force it is 2 of the same type of pet with a third pet. This comes into play looking at your pets for D15.1. Yeah.
Now, last couple of things we wanted to talk about in this, because we've got to go and pick up son number 2 from childcare, and it's getting late, and this video's taken us freaking all day to get around to recording. And this one's still in her hair dye because we needed to do it, because otherwise it wasn't going to be. So I'll put up a thing about what that ended up looking like, because we did that ourselves. Last couple of things. So when we are talking about tiers, we need to talk about the pet tournament, because we didn't talk about it at the time.
True.
And the pet tournament is basically your golden ticket to getting upwards to tier 11. However, there are some caveats. The pet tournament score is some random bullshit that Loom pulled out of his ass at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it's the score you see on your pet.
Yeah.
That's what the tournament is for.
Yes, which is very, 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 very different to your skill score.
Yeah.
Adding skills, we needed to talk about actually getting skills.
Mm-hmm.
The single best way to keep getting skills is to keep fusing your 1+1s.
Yeah.
1+1s, 1+2s, keep trying to fuse for tier, and failing anything else, you'll end up with a high tier pet that you can use for something, which the Epic NPC fight requires that you have 4 tier 10 pets, all of them with Epic, and only one of them can have Time Traveler. The final thing we should have talked about in terms of skill ranks, how the hell do you get them? Now,
yes, what do you do with all of these pets?
Yes, when you send your pets on adventures, okay, the adventures happen again in a sequence, and this is not confirmed. This is just from data that we've pulled and watched and played, but it seems to be pretty accurate. If you send a pet on a find adventure, if it fails to find, it will try and do a learn. If it fails to learn, it will try and do a drill. If it fails to drill, it will try and do a find. It just loops back on itself. Until it finally succeeds in doing one of those.
Yeah.
So, whenever you send a pet on an adventure and you tell it to do something specifically, it has a percentage chance of doing that thing. This is why when you send pets on Learn and you do a pet adventure Learn All Epic, for instance, you find that you get a lot more coins back than you do logs and stuff like that. It's because it's failing the Learn and succeeding the drill. For it to have brought back a log after doing a Learn, it has to have failed the Learn, failed the drill, and then succeeded the find.
Hence why a lot of people will just swear by just doing find. Anyway,
look, a lot of content there. I have a lot of cutting to do because there is a lot to splice into various sections. I'm going to be chopping so much out of this.
Yeah.
We will add your hair to the end of this video once you've rinsed it.
Yep.
And we will see you in the Horse Festival, which is coming very soon and is currently on beta.
Yay.
Giddy up!
We just blew our load for our Horse Festival video.
So you might ask yourself, what the hell are we doing making these sort of videos? Well, the answer is because nobody else is doing it. So this isn't Pets 101,
no,
alright?
This is Pets 201, Pets Mastery.
Sorry, BDR.
You may be the original Pet Master, but
we're gonna pretend to the throne!